Good evening, everybody.
Just the look on your face before you started.
Well, there's a reason for that, Trey.
What is that?
You know, I'm just going to let everybody know right now. Just let's get this out of the way. I am not wearing any pants.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is I'm in my boxers. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here like bare-assed.
You didn't tell me it was going to be that kind of party.
But, you know, I thought about it. I was like, you know, should I put pants on? I don't need to. I don't need to.
Well, thank you for that.
I see no reason to stand at this point.
No, we're good.
So try to keep your focus on the show, everybody.
Speaking of focus, I have a interesting headline for you.
Yeah, take it away from my pantsless body.
Well, this kind of works out well. It's about a stripper.
Okay.
A solid 9-inch turd fell out of a stripper's butt while performing on stage.
That's so disgusting.
Oh, it gets better.
Well, hold on. I love how you said it fell out. It just like dropped?
It fell out while she was performing on stage. Requests for her lap dances are up.
Oh, you've got to be shitting me.
300%.
Oh, that's insane. Why are we so sick? Why are people so sick?
I just, in the, of course, the comments were pretty funny. It says, coming to the stage, Cinnamon. Oops. Let's take a quick 5-minute break. I wish I had been there to see that. 9 inches just fell out. No work. She should change her stage name to Fiber.
Well, I got to tell you, the first thing I thought was, man, that one probably hurt. But
so the first thing I thought of, there was somebody there to measure it.
maybe they were just guessing. Came out and they're like, that's a 9-incher.
Wow.
Yeah, that's okay. All of that is disgusting. There's nothing about this story that I want to continue on with. Is there anything about that you want to
forget making it rain? She's starting a shitstorm.
God.
I bet I know her song, Let Me See That Tootsie Roll.
That's okay. All right. That's good. That deserves a moment. That's
okay.
a laughter. You know, I told people early on, 50-something shows ago when we did our first 2 shows and all we talked about was pee-pee and poo-poo, I said, we're improving. We're maturing. We're getting better at what we do.
Yeah.
Our lines are going up, right? And here we are talking about a 9-inch piece of shit that came out of a stripper.
They just straight came out on stage.
Yeah. You know how I always say, like, I have so many questions. I don't.
What was she on to where she didn't realize she had to go to the bathroom? I mean, how does 9 inches just slide out without even realizing it?
Was she laugh? Did she hit the pole like the wrong way? Or
I don't know.
Man.
I mean, like, I know when I have to go potty, and it's just like that. I can't imagine.
I know when I have a 4-inch, much less a 9.
Right?
What the hell? Okay, now everybody knows 4 inches. Okay.
Anyway.
All right, Trey, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Jesus Christ.
It started with a bang.
Okay. All right. I'm glad I've never frequented a strip club before.
Can you imagine being the next performer on that stage?
Oh, God.
Hopefully you slip on water.
Well, I mean, did they have a team that like runs up there and just like cleans it real fast?
Well, can you imagine? I mean, were they impressed by this? Because I mean, the fact that it was 9 inches, maybe there was like, wow, and then they cleaned it up.
But I don't understand why her dance numbers are so high now. I don't understand what's appealing about that. I get it if there's a weirdo out there that's like, you know what, that was impressive. That means your anus is gaping, and I'm interested in that. Like, you know what I mean?
Do you want me to tell you a story from a strip club?
No.
You don't want to hear?
Yes, I do. Damn it.
Okay. So,
but I don't. But I do. But I don't.
So when I was just a young boy,
oh God,
we went to the strip club, and what we did is there was a group of 4 of us that would go. I mean, we'd go Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursday, whatever. Anyway, so I'm
familiar with the group.
To make it funny, we took turns. You had to go up and tip whatever girl, when it was your turn, you had to go up and tip the girl that was on stage, no matter what it was.
What were you tipping? Was it decent?
You
or
know,
was it like
a couple
$1?
bucks here. I mean,
Okay.
you just wanted to get up there and interact. We didn't want everybody just sitting there on their asses.
They're like, oh, look, here come the chodes again. They give me $1.
Yeah. So you had to, no matter the woman, you had to go up there when it was your turn. You,
Okay.
Of course, even when it wasn't your turn, if she was sexy, you can go up there.
Well, sure.
Anyway, so this one young lady came out, and we quickly realized that we do not need to tip her. She proceeded to get down into like a twerking stance. And
Like ass facing you?
maybe, I don't remember which one was facing. It really didn't matter because
I feel like that's a...
there was literally a rope hanging down.
Oh, no.
We were like, nope. But I swear to God, there was a demographic that was going up there and tipping this woman like crazy.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Is the first 6 minutes of this show really about this?
You're welcome.
Goodness. I think we need to... You know what? I'm going to have to put a check on your headlines before we do that.
Before we go
To
through
run through some sort of an
to
algorithm.
verify.
But anyway, in case anybody didn't know, now you have some information about going to the strip clubs. And if you see a rope hanging or if you see a big, huge piece of shit on the stage,
Don't go back to that one.
act at your own discretion.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. God, speaking of butts, the butthurt comment of the week
Dun, dun, dun.
is this week isn't as exciting because you know what, Trey? We didn't have a lot of butthurt comments, so
Everybody's loving our shit.
Well, I thought, quit saying shit now. I thought that some of the topics would get a little bit, and I think the ones I'm starting to put out now might get some pushback. But the biggest pushback we got was when we talked about the 2 college basketball coaches and the difference between the salaries of the men's coach and the women's coach, and how they both have similar credentials, but the women's coach made Kim Mulkey for LSU. Remember, she made like $50 million less over 10 years than Calipari for Kentucky. And somebody goes, because you and I thought, okay, well, it's about revenue, and they're not pulling in the revenue, and blah 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 blah. We make sense, and we kept going, right? Well, somebody, and I think they deleted it, but since this is the mindset that is keeping us in the dark ages. And of course it was from, well, I assume it was a woman. It was one of those coded names again.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's not keeping us in the dark ages. It's just, Trey and I, we gave you facts. We gave you numbers. If you lose 6.6 million and you earn 11 million, you're going to be able to pay your coach more. If it was 2 men's basketball teams and one lost 6.6 and one gained 11, the coaches might make something different.
Right. Exactly.
And I think it was because she won the national championship. And anytime you say something like women versus men, everyone gets all riled up, even though they don't know what they're talking about.
Well, and it's really not women versus men per se on the coach's side. It's women versus men on the sport that's being played.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
That's a good
point. Flip the script. If the man was coaching the women's team and the woman was coaching the men's team,
right,
I guarantee the salaries would probably be...
That's what you need to do.
Different.
Is take the success of 2 women's basketball teams that are very similar over the 10-year period.
Right.
And the 2 coaches have been there, one's a man, one's a woman, and then compare it. You can't compare it. You're right. Look, I don't even know why we talked about it. That's it right there. Men's basketball earns more money than women's basketball, no matter who's coaching.
One quick note, and we said they lost 6 point something million.
Yeah.
And they won the national championship.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the other team that didn't win?
Or the team that won no games all year.
How much did they lose? They were probably walking to all their games.
I say that, but the team that doesn't, they have no bus, no uniform,
bikes or something, little scooters,
sweats. But I say that, but that's the reason they're not good is because they don't have a program and money put in and money. There's no money to lose. But anyway, so that was the butter, but we got a good one. And I was hoping, no, I wasn't hoping it was going to be a bad one. But for the segment I was hoping, and it was in Russian.
Oh, yes.
So I thought, all right, here we go. the whole, maybe they're thinking we're supporting them. We're not.
I know you've been practicing your Russian,
yes.
So I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah, I did. I had an interest in a Russian woman. Back then, she was a young lady. When I worked a long time ago in an office building, and I would just kind of I learned a few things.
Oh yeah,
just to go by
just
and
the
say
bad words.
No, the the flirty stuff.
Oh, okay, you learned them. She didn't teach you.
I learned them so I could walk by and try and impress her. And then the first one I did, she kind of looked at me like I was crazy, and I guess I got that one wrong. The second one I did, she was like, which I think was "Hi, how are you?" Strasvi Pujavajce. Yeah. That sounds pretty good, right? Sounds like I know.
Got me horny.
You need a moment.
I'm taking my pants off now too.
We're pantsless here in the studio. She seemed impressed that I even tried, but anyway. So I looked at this. That doesn't mean I know how it's written. So we got a Russian comment, and it was written in Russian. I said, "Oh, this could either be really bad or really good." Cool. And I did the translator, and
we got to read it without the translator first.
No, I don't have it up here.
Oh,
hold on. But
you build me up for that.
No, because none of the phonemes, the sounds, if you will, don't match they're like shapes. I don't know. I mean, to me it looks like But
my God, I thought I was in Russia.
I guarantee you that's incorrect.
Perfect.
That is not a correct accent. I would not have got the girl.
No.
Anyway, so I looked this up, and it turns out it was very, very nice, very pleasant. It was like, this is educational, funny,
educational,
educational, funny, full of laughs. The whole comment was just
that's perfect.
It was great. So we have now, I'm sure we'll be called communists, but we have a Russian listener.
Thank you. Yeah,
thank you. Keep it up. We'll maybe we should. Go on the other side.
That's pretty funny.
Fuck Zelensky. Be Russian. Have funny. Russian fans. So that was Butthurt kind of comment of the week. Real quick, remember we did a story last show about Rashard Mendenhall?
Yes.
The football player that said that white guys shouldn't play or should give him advice. And if they lined up the black guys and the white guys, the black guys would win. He said it in a different way. And I mentioned that in the Super Bowl, the biggest fumble of his career was an opportunity to win the Super Bowl, and he fumbled it for my team.
For your Steelers, yeah.
Did you know that the person that caused the fumble was none other than Clay Matthews, a white defensive end?
He's defensive end.
Either way, he came off the edge.
That's hilarious.
and I got...
holy shit, that's funny.
For anybody that watches, check out the picture. I've got it on the beginning of the show.
That's greatness.
Of last show. So
I love that.
I just wanted to mention it. Rashard, just think before you speak a little bit.
Don't let the white guy take the ball from you.
I mean, he did. The picture's kind of funny because Mendenhall is slow-mo is like, no,
Well, that dude was a beast too. So.
Well, claim out. You're right. There are worse white guys to let get the ball from you. But that was quick. I need to be better prepared for this. But what we need to do each show is we've started last show. So
a new thing.
We're on our way. I like to look what's trending at this exact moment. And right now we've got Joe Rogan. Okay. Our fellow, I'd almost call him a colleague.
Yeah. He works for the same company as us.
He does. Spotify, he has a little higher role with Spotify.
Higher up on the total.
Higher up. Guess what else is trending, Trey? Oh my goodness. This is Gig'em. I'm not even kidding.
Really?
Hashtag Gig'em. So maybe some recruits that Texas A&M got, but I'm very excited. I'm assuming you don't want to talk about that one.
At all.
Haley as VP. So I'm assuming that's, what's her name? The Republican. What's her first name?
I don't know.
Take a guess. I just want to hear this.
All I know is Rhonda.
Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley. Is it Nikki with an I or a Y?
I think it's an I.
Okay, the naughty ones are with an I. So
yeah. Well, I don't know a woman that's named Nikki with a Y though. Do you? Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess
it could be.
Hold on, real quick. We gotta get to this one. Hashtag Trump smells.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
What the fuck?
That's some random ass shit right there.
I don't even know why that's making me laugh so hard. It's just like
Trump smells.
This is trending. This is why I want to do this every time. This is trending. Why is Trump smells So
you just put Trump and then something after it, it's going to trend.
Tell you what, another Aggie trending is Elko, our new coach. So some stuff must be happening here.
Who cares?
Trending in politics, Sarah Sanders. I'm not familiar with her. Another politics.
Is that Dion's wife?
Epstein Island. Ooh, isn't that the okay? What's going on there? Another political trend is Kristi Noem. I don't know who the fuck that is. Do you?
Noem or no?
Noem. 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 Noem.
Noem. I don't know him.
You were hoping that it was pronounced Noem.
Yeah.
For that joke. Marijuana is trending.
Ooh, let's talk about marijuana.
Okay. And then Stroud in sports, so I guess CJ.
Yeah, he's
the quarterback of the
Texans. Yeah.
Oh, he's out, okay. SCOTUS, which is Supreme Court of the United States.
Kind of screwy.
And I meant to talk about that, and I didn't do it.
Crap.
On our list tonight. We might have to do that real quick.
Yeah.
Grant Williams, who the hell is that? Do you know who that is?
I think he plays for the Mavericks.
He might at sports. Karl Rove, I guess, is a.
He used to play for the Jazz.
Not everybody played for an NBA team, but anyway. So those are the trending topics right now. So as fun as it would be to be talking about marijuana, let's quickly go to the Supreme Court of the United States. And I know this is boring, but the other day.
Sorry.
That's all our listeners. Well, the other day they in fact. I want to talk about it because it was a big deal. Did you know that Colorado's Supreme Court, if you will, came out and said that they have now said that Donald Trump cannot be on their ballot?
Oh yeah, I heard about this. Yes.
Okay, so we're not going to talk that much about it. Hashtag the shit out of it, and we're gonna. But the idea is,
possible?
Do you think that that's okay? I mean, I don't. Again, I'm not going to vote for Trump. It's not like I'm sitting here going, screw them, Trump's the guy.
Well, yeah, I don't get it. How does the state take a person off a ballot? Can somebody actually write that vote in?
Sure.
Okay, so it doesn't really matter if they take it off.
So they're going to get millions of write-ins, unless they toss those out. I don't know.
Hopefully, Colorado has good handwriting then, so it still counts.
I don't understand the need to do it. Is there fear? He hasn't been convicted.
Well, why Colorado? Was there something happening in Colorado?
They just came out. Now Maine's trying to do it, and
really,
and so you're going to get some. Now, of course, they're more blue states than red, so they're more anti-Trump, and that you're not going to have a Trump state or a Republican state come out and do this. But now, of course, but now they're saying like Texas should come out and throw Biden off the ballot, and it gets all stupid. It's just stupid.
I feel like people are going to vote for Trump just because of the fact that somebody's taking Trump off the off the ballot.
That was one of my comments as well, Trey.
I don't, Yep. So it's like, what does that do to help you out? What
the left side doesn't understand, and this is coming from two rather independent folk in the middle, who, I'll admit, the left is kind of annoying me. They're just annoying me more than the right. You can't. Every time you do this kind of shit, you're actually driving people towards him.
Right.
You're indicting him. They're going, this is bullshit. Like, he's not being convicted. And then they go, well, there's obviously something going on here.
Yep.
You do this kind of shit and take him off a ballot. That's what, you can't eliminate your political opponent. That's what fascism is. And they're accusing the other side of fascism.
Shit, you just threw a new word at me.
We've talked about it before. We don't need to get into it. And that's what, guys like Hitler and all these guys, that's what they did. They eliminated political opponents.
Oh.
And that's what Colorado just essentially tried to do, or is doing. I don't think it's, ultimately, I think it's got it. They'll appeal it and all that. And I think I just don't think you can do it. All right? What do you think? I mean,
is it somebody that's trying to gain some?
Who knows?
I heard
he's not going to win Colorado anyway.
Wasn't
so
our
what's
soon
the point?
President Ramaswamy?
My man Ramaswamy.
He said something. If they take Trump off, that he wasn't going to be on the ballot out there. I was like, how does that? That's just stupid.
He's been interesting, and a lot of people don't like him because they think he just kisses Trump's ass.
Oh,
and I think I have theory, and then we'll move on because this isn't a political show. Trey and we sound kind of smart tonight, I think. Maybe.
Going pretty well. Yeah. If you only knew, I don't know shit of what I'm talking about. And I ram into the mic, sorry.
But you ruined it. You sounded like you kind of knew what was going on, and then all of a sudden you're like, I don't know.
Well, you wrote down all this stuff for me to say, so
what was it? What was it? Oh, God, I hate to movie quote again, but somebody was it Will Ferrell where he didn't know shit, and then he finally like spewed out old school during the debate.
Yes,
and he spit it out, and then he blacked out, and he came back and he said, "What just happened?" And he's like, "You won the debate."
I do remember that. Yeah.
So Trey's spitting out all this stuff, and then he's kind of.
I'll wake up here in a minute.
He's come back to reality. No, you can't do that. Colorado has nothing to gain by it because Trump wasn't going to win there anyway because they're more of blue. My comment is, it sounds like you fear the guy.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, that's what it sounds like to me, and I would too. I mean, like I said, I'm definitely, look, if you want to call me right wing for saying that I don't know if I'll vote for Donald Trump, and I definitely know that I won't vote for Joe Biden,
yeah,
then call me right wing. But I think we were talking about Ramaswamy. I think Vivek Ramaswamy wants to leave his options open for vice president. And I think
gotcha.
Because he's kissing Trump in the nicest way possible. He's kissing his ass. I mean, he's basically everything that they say about Donald. He's like, this is bullshit. It's almost like he's Donald, like Donald's little sidekick,
little puppet.
And I think Donald chooses, if he gets it, he chooses his vice president. And maybe that would be a good. He's an Indian man. Ramaswamy. Remember we had that whole that's a good butthurt comment.
Yeah,
that guy that came out and yelled at me for calling me racist because I said it sounded funny. President Ramaswamy.
That would be awesome.
I didn't say it was bad. I said it sounded funny. But I like the guy, and I think he's a little car salesman-y. He has a little bit of the cheese ball in him.
Yeah.
But he's got some great ideas. He's a very intelligent guy. So,
yeah.
So don't call me racist because I like the guy. I would vote for him if he was. If it was him and Biden, I think I would go Ramaswamy.
Well, what do you think? I hope he doesn't become a write-in vote because I don't know if I can spell that name.
The only way to get him is to write him in. Everyone's like, fuck.
Rama.
Everybody spells it wrong. He gets 6 votes.
Oh, shit. That would be hilarious.
Did he mean
Ramaswamy?
6 people spelled it right. You lost. You lost Vivek. Sorry, buddy. So that's trending. So that was probably why. Marijuana, Trey still needs to get high, and we might do that sometime on the show.
Yes.
And we'll invite the people in his life that have said he's promised that he will do it with them first. And we'll do it. We'll do that sometime. That'd be a great show. All right. Let me do a quick Christmas story that will spread the cheer.
I love it. Christmas.
In case you won't likely get this before Christmas, considering Christmas is in 2 days. Christmas Eve is in 2 days.
Gotcha.
I'll do my best, but...
No promises?
No promises. But we did a little bit Christmas before the last episode that came out. Actually, I don't know when that one's going to... Trey and I have a lot of content. We talk a lot. So anyway, we're doing a lot of Christmas stuff. And I hope everybody's having a great holiday season. And I hope that... it is still going strong when this comes out, which will probably be right before New Year, a week between Christmas and New Year's. And be safe on New Year's, you dumbasses. So this is a Christmas story that I thought really needed to be told. It's similar in my mind to the importance of the night before Christmas.
I like it. The buildup is
great. The night before Christmas, and it's a very, all through the house. Everybody knows that story. And there's some message there for kids. And there's a moral of the story, and it's family tradition. And I think this needs to be a reminder every year as well.
Okay.
That right around Christmas time, the statistics for penile fractures
holy shit,
go skyrocketing.
Skyrocketing, really?
43% higher.
Holy shit.
Around Christmas. That
it's a whole lot of weird banging.
So you think about it, and so I tried without reading further. I said, okay, what would be the reason for this? And I guess maybe people are home more from work, so they're banging,
taking advantage. Yeah.
Is it all sexual intercourse? Is it somebody that's by themselves in the car?
Holy shit! Like, they break it themselves.
Maybe Trey's on his way home one night, and he's like, "I'll just take care of one real fast and elongate my life." And maybe you have to slam the brakes.
Oh shit!
Something happens.
Yeah.
But in case you didn't know what a fracture feels like,
Please, God, don't
First, there will likely be an audible snapping or cracking sound.
Holy shit.
Should you miss that,
If you miss that.
you will not miss the immediately following shock of searing, blinding pain.
Oh.
And I laughed at that because every guy, look, everyone that wants to say you guys are going over the line, any guy out there right now knows what we're talking about. You've hit it, but you've hit that. It's happened before. You felt like, oh no, that hurt quite a bit.
There's not a bone there, so what's snapping? Is it cartilage?
Yeah, it's all that shit. Burst blood vessels, cartilage, tendon, just God. Everything there. And hold on, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
But I'm just reminding every guy that when you think you've kind of hit that, at least male-female sexual intercourse. I don't know about the other. I mean, I'm sure that can happen too. But there's that bone. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody has hit it in the past. And you think that, that was really bad.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
No.
That's nothing.
There's no snap.
Penile fracture, it leads to burst blood vessels. And since those are what keep your little fella up,
God,
you'll quickly lose your erection, so you can't even finish. Can you imagine trying to finish with that pain? Finally, you'll develop intense swelling, not the kind you want. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
And bruising and your other reasons. So,
God damn.
When patients present to their doctor, their penis looks like an eggplant.
And not in a good way.
Said the new study's author. Great, thank you.
Holy crap.
Yeah, not in a good way. And that's exactly what it said.
God almighty.
So anybody that knows what an eggplant looks like, I mean, basically what they're saying is this thing swells up and it's purple and blue. And it's, women, you think having babies hurts. I'm just kidding. I'm going to get so many more. This one's going on because we need more butthurt comments this week. Women giving birth, wah, wah, wah. Getting a penile fracture around Christmas time too, because you're trying to enjoy, your eggnog and your parties.
Exactly.
So why do penises snap, crackle, and pop over Christmas? Well, there are a few reasons. First, most people get some time off work. I just said that. I'll take credit for that.
I do remember that.
That was a few minutes ago. With that time, they can catch up on things, in quotes, such as dancing the horizontal tango.
Right.
Wait, we say horizontal, but the tango may get vertical as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're saying.
Do it.
This doctor is no shit. This injury tends to occur during wild sex.
You think? Okay.
Particularly positions where you're not in direct eye contact, such as reverse cowgirl.
That's beautiful.
You see this doctor trying to be all serious. Reverse cowgirl, That's beautiful. I love it. Our men listener numbers are going to go way up, and our women, But women, we admire you. We admire you.
Without you, there's no reverse cowgirl.
Yeah, we admire your back a lot. What we can infer from this is that people tend to go with it with more gusto. I like that word.
Okay.
On Christmas than other days, and it's Christmas specifically, not just those weeks before and after, as Dr. Pierre Geddes notes, wherever the fuck that guy's from,
right?
That the number of penile injuries levels out again by New Year's. So it's back down. Okay, so I was wrong. It's not 2 years. I think it's 1 week before and after. And there might be a darker side. Apparently, says doing like they do on the Discovery Channel is the leading cause of penile fractures, and they occur during unconventional scenarios, whatever that means. So anyway,
well, I think
what he's saying is such as an affair.
Oh,
yeah. So
I was thinking maybe the kids are in another room. Let's take advantage of this.
Well, though that for sure. But what he's saying is that when you have an affair, you're kind of either in a hurry or you're trying something different, or you're being wild. And then this is a great point. How do you explain that to the wife?
We show him with a peanut. Yeah.
Why does your penis look like an eggplant?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just does.
Yeah.
No, you can't. And so anyway.
Ouch.
So anyway, let's address the swollen and hurting elephant in the room. What should you do if you fall to this? Go see a doctor, he says.
No shit.
Anyway, that's my Christmas tale. And I think, no pun intended, and I think everybody should should remember this. And you might don't have to remember the details that Trey and I gave you because, look, we give you all the details. Yeah. And some of them might have not been necessary. Reverse cowgirl, loving women's backs, things like that.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. That's out the window. But around the holidays, it will not be fun if you fracture your penis.
At all.
So remember that on Christmas Eve when you're around your family, gather every boy and every male and tell this story.
Tell them to be careful.
And be careful. And you know what? Maybe the women should hear it too because they can get a little rowdy.
Right.
It's not necessarily the dude's fault.
Yeah, take it easy up there.
Calm down. I know you're excited, but anyway, that's my Christmas tale. What do you think?
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
I'll make sure I use extra lube.
There you go. Hashtag
Both
extra
hands.
lube on Christmas.
Yeah.
Both hands. Oh my God. Oh, buddy. Okay.
Whoa.
All right. So let's go from penis fractures to an Icelandic volcano.
Oh, a different explosion.
Different explosion. That was quick. I like that. Everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people need to know there was a volcano that happened in Iceland. Iceland has a lot of those, but not as many active as you would think, from what I knew. But this one apparently was. It caused
lazy out there.
It caused like 90 earthquakes or something because of it, and a lot of them were very minor. And this happened near Grindavik.
Oh, right. Down the street.
Sunsnurgeiger.
Yep. Heard of it. Yeah.
I know you're trying to figure out, like,
t-shirt.
wow, I didn't know Ryan was from Iceland.
Yeah.
With that accent. You have a t-shirt from Skungeiger?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and the Vartsengi region.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
That's up southeast.
That was
in the north region.
Actually southwest.
Oh,
close.
okay. It's close.
That would have been great. But those earthquakes were at a lower scale.
Oh, okay.
So, and Grindavik, they were high. But they called this the Svarzginski volcano. You know,
I think it was the name of that stripper.
that's right. The name of her piece of shit on the floor. The mountain had been dormant for 780 years.
Damn.
So this one wasn't like a known, I don't think. You know, I'm not a geologist.
No?
I don't know if 7 or 80 years dormant means that it's active.
Good, bad.
Or not.
Yeah.
Or if it's supposedly dead, like a dead volcano. I don't know that shit.
That's a lot of years.
To me, that's a lot of years.
I mean, we weren't around then, so.
Right. Not even a little bit.
At all.
Not even close. So the latest was the most powerful eruption, including when another volcano, Fagradalishfall, erupted. But get this, it erupted in 2021 after 6,000 years of dormancy.
Damn.
So here we go. So anyway, the lava spread around 1.4 square miles. They evacuated. It was the Reykjanes Peninsula, which is 31 miles southwest of Reykjavik, and it was really close to the major airport, which you flew into. I know.
Right.
And so I wanted to bring that up, and everybody was taken away, and they just now, literally, don't tell us we're not up to date on the show. About an hour ago, when I read it, it was 22 minutes ago, but it's an hour ago, or two. They have been cleared to go back to their village, to the home, and I think it's like 4,000 people live there. But they also warned them, like, it doesn't mean you're safe, but you can go back.
Yeah.
Like they literally,
warm, yeah.
They literally said it may be a little.
Don't sleep.
Not, yeah. Just keep an eye out. Like,
right.
Okay. And so, unfortunately, there was a lot of damage and so people wanted to go back and just kind of see what they were dealing with, and it doesn't look great, unfortunately. What I wanted to tell you about this is that something as basic as an Icelandic volcano, where we feel for the family, especially over Christmas, they can't spend it in their hometown. Hopefully in Reykjavik or wherever they're staying, they're having a good time. There's got to be a dumb shit story.
Yeah.
There's got to be a one of our dumbass. The headline is, hiker was trying to reach the erupting Iceland volcano.
Of course.
So that he could see the lava close up. And he was rescued by a helicopter.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the body has not been found yet.
Rescued by a helicopter as authorities issued him a warning.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And the only thing that I really need to say about it was that
he's from Florida.
he's a tourist over from Florida. No, authorities gave him a, quote, stern warning after he was rescued. So they rescued him. They basically pulled him up, and they said he was exhausted, cold, because it's still winter in Iceland, and shocked because he was halfway to the eruption. Only halfway. He didn't even make it that far. He said it was extremely challenging.
No shit.
So police hope people will think not twice, but 4 times before attempting a similar expedition.
What an idiot.
I won't go. This is so bad. I just wanted to tell you that somebody tried to reach the volcano by foot. It did not go well. The helicopter picked him up and said, not a good idea.
And he wasn't from Florida?
And he wasn't. I swear, he was not from Florida.
Was he a local?
He was an Icelander.
An Icelandic
something.
guy.
Serious volcano happened. Dumbass tried to reach it. Rescued by helicopters. That's my Iceland Christmas. My Christmas isn't very cheery.
Well, I've got some Icelandic Christmas folklore. I was lucky enough to go to Iceland in December.
Well, I love folklore, and I love. I think I love Iceland. I haven't been there yet, but you have, and you loved it.
I got to learn a little bit about this while I was there. Let me grab my laptop here.
Icelandic folklore. I'm intrigued.
Sorry, I had to actually enter the screen.
Jesus Christ.
So the folklore depicts mountain-dwelling characters and monsters who come to town during Christmas. The stories are directed at children and are used to scare them into good behavior.
Only during Christmas. They're not like it's not like a spring version of these guys.
Just a Christmas thing.
I like that better.
So the folklore includes mischievous pranksters who leave gifts at night and monsters who eat disobedient children.
Okay, well, hold on. Some of them leave presents.
And some of them eat children.
Okay. Is that the naughty and nice list?
Sure.
Okay.
So the figures are depicted as living together as a family in a cave and include, forgive me for my Icelandic translation here.
Would you like me to do it since my other ones were so perfect? Go ahead. I want to hear you.
So the first one is Grilla,
sure.
An ogress with an appetite for the flesh of mischievous children whom she cooks in a large pot.
Oh, she's like a witch.
Yeah. Her husband, Le Poliar,
sounded French. Napoleon.
Is lazy and mostly stays at home in their caves.
Oh, he's chilling.
Yeah.
He just eats the kids that she cooks.
Right.
Hold on. Let me step back real quick. You said all of these creatures are like in like they live all together?
That's what the folklore is, that they live in a cave.
Man, I like this. Go ahead.
So the next one is a Yule cat, which actually they had a big kind of thing in the town during Christmas. It's a Yule cat.
So people celebrate this.
Oh, absolutely. And there's a lot of cats in and out of the stores too. So they like their cats out there.
That's all they have to do is drink up there. They're so drunk.
So the Yule cat.
How big is this cat?
When I was there, the statue of it was bigger than me. I've got a picture in front of it and stuff. So
was it built to proportion?
I don't know. It says it's a huge and vicious cat who lurks about the snowy countryside during Christmas time and eats people who have not received any new clothes to wear before Christmas Eve.
So poor people look out.
Even if it's a pair, literally, even if you get a pair of socks, you're safe. A scarf, you're safe. So it's got to be any article of clothing.
Since when? The previous Christmas?
Yes.
Oh.
Well. On Christmas, though. You got to get it on Christmas.
On Christmas. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant the whole year. I was like, hopefully.
No. So the next group.
But what if you don't get it? Really?
That cat eats your ass.
So everybody's like, here's some fucking socks.
Yeah.
Go put
here's
those
a pair
on.
of underwear. You're good.
Okay. All right, cool. All right.
The Yule lads are the sons of Grilla and Lepuluai.
Right.
They're a group of 13 mischievous pranksters who steal from or harass the population, and all have descriptive names that convey your favorite way of harassing. They come to town one by one during the last 13 nights before Yule. They leave small gifts and shoes that children have placed in the windowsills. But if the children has been disobedient, they instead leave a rotten potato in the shoe.
Okay. 13 though. This cave is pretty. Must be big.
It's a big cave.
Wow,
They just, I think they're considered trolls, though.
So they're like the little, they just run around and do a bunch of shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
what do they leave in the
shit.
shoe?
Just different gifts, or if they're bad, a rotten potato.
Okay, the rotten potato. I mean, because heaven forbid you get a rotten potato.
Now, these Christmas-related folk tales first appeared around the 17th century and displayed some variation based on region and age. In modern times, these characters have taken on slightly more benevolent roles.
I would think
they tamed it down a
I
little
would
bit.
I would think something so outlandish would be like way before the 1600s. You said 17th century.
17th century.
So 1600s. To me, that seems like they should know that this is kind of like, okay, horseshit. This seems to me like something I'm talking about, like thousands of years before, like thousands BC kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like the Vikings of Iceland, you know? Wait, the Vikings weren't that far ago. Forgive our history. I feel like it should be a lot older.
So here's some fun, the 13 Yule lads with what they do real quick here.
Okay.
So his Icelandic name is Stek Jarstar, which is a sheep coat clod.
I think it's from the Northeast region.
Right. Harasses sheep, but is impaired by his stiff peg legs.
Okay.
And this is in order. So he gets there on the 12th of December.
Oh.
Gulligok is the English translation.
I think he's a hockey player.
Right. Hides in gullies, waiting for an opportunity to sneak into the cowshed and steal milk.
Okay.
Stuffer, or stubby, abnormally short, steals pans for the bits stuck to the bottom and brims.
He's bitter because of his name.
Right.
He's stubby.
We've got, oh my God, Pavorsklicker.
Right. No, that's good.
Which is a spoon licker, steals wooden spoons being used for cooking, extremely thin from malnutrition. Potskafil, a pot scraper, steals pots to scrape out the leftovers. Askalakakir, a bowl licker, hides under beds waiting for wooden bowls. Door slammer, we're going to do the name. Enjoys slamming doors, especially during the night, waking up the household.
What was it? Door slammer?
Harukaskaskeller. Sky Gamur. It's a skyer gobbler.
Okay.
Has a great affinity for skyer, a regional style of yogurt.
Oh.
We've got the, oh my God, Bijungaskar.
You always go back to Asian. Like Bijong.
Sausage swiper hides in the rafters and snatches sausages that are being smoked.
Wasn't that your stage name, Sausage Swiper?
Only in college. Oh my God. Glugagger.
Right. It's a yogurt brand.
Window peeper. A snoop who looks through windows in search of things to steal.
Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Yeah.
I got in trouble for that too. Gata Peffer, doorway sniffer.
Norway sniffer.
Doorway sniffer.
Oh, I thought you said Norway. Like, where did he come from?
Oh, great.
Besides, all right. All right. You can do it. You can. Okay. Here. Take it seriously.
Has an abnormally large nose and acute sense of smell, which he uses to locate leaf bread.
Is this your Is he your favorite of the 13?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Damn it. Ketkukur.
Well, sure.
Meat hook. Uses a hook to steal meat. And Kurtasnekur, a candle beggar. Follows children to steal their precious candles made of tallow and thus edible.
Do a lot of Icelandic children carry candles with them everywhere?
I guess I didn't see that.
Okay, so all of these were in order, and we flew through them.
Sorry. So it starts December 12th is when they arrive.
That's what I mean. So like each one you did is each day.
Yep, all the way up to December 24th.
So it's like a really...
And then on December 25th, that first one then starts to leave all the way to January 6th.
They leave. They go back.
Then they go back to the cave.
So it's really like, it's like a messed up, you know those calendars you get where you open the door and there's a piece of candy. That's what they mentioned in there. So this is like a messed up version. This is like, here we go and we get chocolate each day. You open the door leading up to Christmas. This one, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You get stuff taken and you can't say any of their names.
Right. Well, I can't, but they might be able
One of them has a huge nose.
Yeah.
So that's, I don't care if anybody doesn't like this. I'm fascinated by it. I think it's cool.
It was actually pretty neat. Yeah. So, when we were out there. So you people were telling you kind of about it a little bit. Yeah,
you were out there around the holiday season.
Right. And that was actually 2019. December 2019.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I wanted to go, but the whole wife was pregnant and that whole thing.
A little bit of a drive for her to get
her due date
back.
was very close to when you guys went, and I just didn't feel like that would have been appropriate.
That could have been bad. That was a good call.
It's not like I could hop on a quick flight from Reykjavik. Like,
right.
You know.
It was actually a lot of fun. So you need to get there.
Like, I had no service. Sorry, I was at the volcano. I'm checking out the sights. I apologize. He's not going to... Don't worry. He's not going to remember.
That daddy wasn't there.
I know. My poor boys. I would never do that to them.
So, yeah.
That's cool. I like that. So anybody that has any questions about Icelandic folklore around Christmas, Trey and I are now well-versed.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Now, hold on 1 second.
Oh.
I got a new phone, so I got to back up. So,
Oh,
anyway.
No. I got to say it.
You're going to say it?
I'm going to say it. Everybody. In fact, we should have led with this. Who cares that I don't have pants on? Trey is now an iPhone user, everybody.
Yeah.
He has switched from Android, and that's going to piss off half of the people, and then half the people are going to be happy. And because we did a poll, and it was about 50-50. I think there were 7 total votes.
Yeah.
So I think it was 4-3.
7 votes.
I think it was 4-3 iPhone.
Man.
So we win. The iPhones win.
So
it was my mom, me. Anyway, so you got a new iPhone, and I've already helped him do like 3 things.
Right. So I've got a little story here about a gentleman that got some backlash for getting a little bit of an argument with a 6-year-old. His name is Matt Rife.
Matt Rife.
Rife.
That name sounds very familiar to me.
Okay. So the 6-year-old was a little bit...
Are you going to tell me who Matt Rife is, or are you going to wait?
Just a comedian. That's all.
Oh, he's a comedian.
He's a comedian.
I didn't hear that part.
You didn't
Take
hear
it
that part?
easy.
I'm sorry.
Matt Rife is a comedian. Yeah, okay, that's him. Okay. I'm going to look him up. Hold on.
So the 6-year-old was a little upset about some of the jokes he had told recently on social media. And some of these jokes...
A 6-year-old?
A 6-year-old. So during the special...
Okay, when would it... Tell our listeners when a 6-year-old would possibly interact with Matt Rife, or are you about to get there?
This is on TikTok. I mean,
TikTok.
Yeah, he was on TikTok.
I wonder how our 6-year-old demographic's doing.
Right.
For the show.
On our TikToks, yeah.
On our TikTok. Sorry, go ahead. Matt Rife, 6-year-olds. He's yelling at them.
So he in one of his little stand-up deals, Matt Rife mentioned that he was tired of women blaming bad decisions on planets they don't even know. Says your future is determined by your own thoughts, opinions, and actions. You're in complete control of how your future turns out. It has nothing to do with stars, man. Just because Jupiter has a ring and you don't doesn't mean that's what you're supposed to look up to for this magical advice.
You know what? I'm just going to be silent because my wife is all about Mercury's discharge or some what is it? Mercury's retro. What the fuck is it called?
What the fuck?
Mercury retrograde. Jesus Christ. Mercury's retrograde or something like that. And so all of a sudden she does something stupid and she's like, "Oh, we're in retrograde." And I'm like, "What is that even?" So this is what he's claiming, right?
So
something like that.
But then towards the beginning of his special, he also told a story about eating at a Baltimore restaurant with a friend, and they noticed that the female server had a black eye.
Oh, well, they're in Baltimore.
They were wondering why the owner of this restaurant wouldn't allow this person to work in the back. You know, to where questions aren't coming from the customers. What happened? What happened? But anyway, Rife joked that if she could cook, she wouldn't have a black eye, so maybe she's not supposed to be back in the kitchen. So, anyway.
I like this guy. I shouldn't admit it on our show, but this is what Trey and I have been talking about. I'm going to let you finish before I have comments. Go ahead.
So the 6-year-old was upset about this. He came back.
So the 6-year-old found a TikTok video of this guy saying these things?
Yes.
Okay, that's where I was confused. And the 6-year-old, six.
He came to the aid of the ladies.
Who's teaching the 6-year-old that first off, who's teaching a 6-year-old dry humor and sarcasm?
Right.
Like it's not a literal. Okay. All right.
So
deep breaths.
The mom
fuck this 6-year-old.
advised us that The son said, actually, it's Saturn that has the rings. It has more visible rings also, her son said. And you're mean to girls.
Oh, okay. Well, take it easy.
So the criticism, of course, of a 6-year-old got Matt Rife a little upset. And he...
Oh my God! Did he go after the 6-year-old?
He decided to respond to the 6-year-old, and hopefully, if we have any 6-year-old listeners, please turn it off right now,
or come at us on our Butthurt comment.
He said Jupiter also has a ring. Oh, and Santa Claus isn't real.
Oh no!
He said your mom buys you presents with the money she makes on OnlyFans. Good luck.
The only thing that was left off was a mic drop.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So yeah, of course.
Well, I mean, good for Matt Rife for out dueling a 6-year-old.
6-year-old.
But still,
be proud of that.
I don't know what the 6-year-old. Trey, I have questions. I don't know what the 6-year-old was hoping to accomplish. I don't know what the 6-year-old has been told in his 6 years of life that would make him feel like he has to defend the entire female species.
Right.
Is it a race? Female race?
Demographic.
Not a race, female. Sure, whatever. It's females.
The ladies.
I'm looking at this guy. He's a pretty boy. He's like pretty.
Yeah.
And I think I remember him now. And I come at us. I love that comedians can come out now, and I'm seeing more and more of it, and I'm happy. They took a step back for like 5 years now.
Yeah.
And now they're like, all right, enough of this bullshit. Like, we're going to make jokes and we're going to be real. And I think, look, Dave Chappelle probably led that front.
Oh, he was wonderful.
He did it. He never faltered. He never, strayed off the course and kind of toned it down. And guess what? He has made it, and he's doing specials, and he's still there.
Right.
And I think he's inspired. I'm going to give the props to Chappelle for it. It's probably a bunch of people that did it, but good for these guys. I mean, look. The 6-year-old's going to get on TikTok and talk shit. He's fair game, right?
I think so. So.
And that was my whole point about it. There's been so many times where, people come on and they get mad and they ask questions at a press conference or something, and then they get mad at its response. Well, you asked a question that was insulting. You're fair game. As soon as you raise your hand, you're fair game.
And honestly, I don't think that was that bad of a response.
No. It's basic your mom joke now.
Yeah.
In modern day with OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, and I won't get into details because...
How your OnlyFans is doing?
No. We talked about your OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I was at dinner. My father's birthday was the other day.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And we went with just, the brother and the 2 wives and my dad and my stepmother. And we ended the night talking about OnlyFans.
Oh, okay.
Because my dad didn't know he didn't understand.
Oh, okay.
And I think it has to do with Paige Spiranac, that golfer girl. And I think he was curious because she keeps promoting OnlyFans for her page.
Okay.
And he didn't get it. And I said, well, Trey has one too. And he's only $1 a month. You can afford him.
Yeah.
And of course, I don't know what his face did exactly, but it wasn't you're probably not going to have him as a potential subscriber.
Okay.
My stepmom, maybe more, but not.
They get a chuckle out of it.
Well, of course, because they don't. That made it worse. He's like, what? Trey can do this? Like, he didn't understand. Anybody can do it. You can put your price tag. You can leave on clothes. I mean, people are doing just their feet.
Right. That's crazy to me.
And we need to come up with something like pantsless on our show, or
pantsless behind the desk.
Maybe our podcast should just be like "Stay in the Gray without your pants," or like something like that.
Or are you wearing pants or not? Yes or no?
Yes or no?
Yeah.
And so we talked about that. So that's pretty funny that he used OnlyFans. It's out there, and he, you know what? I think I'm on Matt Rife's side.
I don't see the big deal in it. Like I said, the response, I would
don't let your kid on TikTok if you don't want him to be.
There's not more hate on the jokes that he told as opposed to just saying this to a 6-year-old.
Was he getting some hate for the 6-year-old?
That's all he's getting backlash for is the 6-year-old.
So stupid. Look, this 6-year-old got on TikTok. First off, yelled at the parents. Second off, yelled at the 6-year-old. If you don't want to get something said back, then don't say anything.
Right.
It's like me going on now and like saying something on Twitter or whatever, and getting upset that somebody says something back.
Right. Because we're probably going to get some people upset that we said this, which is fine. We want the interaction.
Well, exactly. I mean, I wouldn't post clips of our, like I'm posting so much of us. And it'd be like me sitting here going, Trey, why is everybody saying stuff to us?
I also forgot to mention that following some of this online backlash he was receiving, Rife actually put out a statement directing social media users to a link offering an apology, which that's nice.
To the people that are mad?
It says anybody that has been offended by a joke, he's told.
Any of his jokes?
Any of his jokes, he's told.
Wow.
Please click on this link. The link actually brought users to a website where they could purchase special need helmets. So I don't know if that helped anything out or just added to the...
Look, we may lose some listeners, but I'm gonna follow this guy tonight.
Right.
I like it. Look, just laugh, people. Jesus Christ, I can hear everybody's buttholes.
Right. Puckering up.
Yeah. Just that was pretty good. I am going to check out his stuff because he sounds like he might have our humor.
A little bit.
A little bit. Well, good for him. Let's do awareness tonight. An awareness of self-awareness. This is real basic. Driving again. This is why I think people should take. First off, do you have one? I'm sorry, I just jumped right in.
No, go ahead. I like it. You feel passionate about this one.
Well,
and you're not wearing pants. So.
Right. The more and more, be aware of whether you have pants on or off. When you go, I think everybody should go take a driving test now. I'm starting to think that. And it'd be a pain in the ass for me, but I think it may be worth it. Every year, every 2 years.
Every year.
You have to pass every month. Just something needs to happen.
Yeah.
Because the idea of a right-of-way is lost on everybody.
Yeah,
no one gets it. No one understands it. People go and then they're like, what did I do wrong? When I'm yelling at them and flipping them off.
Right.
And I try not to yell too much because these days you never know.
Yeah. Yeah, especially these days.
And I have a little bit of road rage, but it's from within the car. If somebody did something and something happened, I got out, I would be probably nice. I would be a little bit irritated, perturbed, but overall I'd be,
I'm a little passive.
Are you okay? Yeah. But inside the car, it's on.
Yeah.
When you can't do it.
I'm fucking you up.
Yeah. When you can't hear me, you're getting everything I got.
If you pull over, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to get in your way when you ran into me.
Well, it's not that bad.
Okay.
But the right-of-way thing gets me. So, especially in roundabouts, you don't have many of those in the United States.
Right.
I had a lot of them when I lived in Scotland. But you get to this roundabout in a shopping center, and no one knows what the fuck to do. I mean, everybody sits there, so you got everybody kind of sitting there going, "Oh shit." And one person goes, the next kind of goes, and they half go, and one guy just speeds across.
Yeah,
and
it's like, fuck everybody.
It's chaos. Yeah. That's one right away. But the other right away to me, and it's going to be hard to explain, and I'm going to try and do it as best I can, because my street that I turn off of to the main street, it has this all the time.
Okay.
And because the opposite side of the street comes out of a major grocery store.
Okay.
So but there's not a left turn out of that grocery store. So they have to turn right, go to the turn lane that would turn to where I am, and do a U-turn.
Gotcha.
And I'm going there, and I'm just simply turning right. And all these people are trying to U-turn in that direction.
Sounds like a clusterfuck.
Pause it, and then do the math, and then come back on. For all the listeners.
We should add a picture.
The bottom line is that I'm turning right and people are U-turning the same direction.
Gotcha.
From the other side of the road.
Okay.
And they do not have the right of way in that situation.
Right.
They don't. And I will start to turn right, and I can't tell you how many times people have almost hit me trying to turn.
Oh.
And I look at them and I'm just like, this is not really? Like,
is the only option a U-turn, or can they go?
No, they're U-turning because there's no exiting that grocery store. They can't go the other direction. Gotcha. They have to take a right and then come back and U-turn. That's the only way to do it.
Gotcha.
Which is stupid. I think they should probably put one in. And so I just feel like that's a perfect example of a right-of-way situation. There's just so many scenarios when you're driving where someone just doesn't care, that they just don't have that. It's not their right away. I keep saying the phrase, hashtag right away. God damn it. And one of them, like I said, was when one lane is taken up on the right side of a residential street and you're on that side, you are the one that needs to yield to the other side.
Right.
Your side of the street is being blocked. It's not your right of way. Right? You see what I'm saying?
Away,
right. So you can come up with 20 of them.
Right.
I'm giving you those right now. Look up right away, look up your driving and figure it out, because man,
please.
This is why people get in wrecks, and I every day I'm just like, every time my kid's in their car, I'm on defense.
Yeah, that's gotta suck, having the kids in the car too.
Well, it sucks because they're learning a lot of words.
Yeah,
and
you yell at me when I come over here. They already know them.
Well, that's different. You're just sitting there talking. Like, no one cut you off.
I could be mad about something.
You come in and I cut you off to the chocolate.
Oh, okay. Then I can cut.
You say something, I'll at least forgive it. Yeah.
If one of the kids gets to the chocolate before me.
But yeah. I think that would be the one thing you would battle. You would actually fist fight my kids over. Is dessert food.
I don't know.
I don't know. They're tough.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
I don't think I would do that.
Do you have any self-awareness tonight? There's got to be something that you have.
Frustrates the shit out of me.
Yeah, I feel like you're very passive. I feel like I have 16 of them every night.
I need to be self-awareness about writing it down when it pisses me off.
Self-aware that you've been on a podcast.
What about reply alls
59?
In a company email? How about that?
We go.
That
or not
pisses me off.
Not even a company email. Well, this is a good one. I think we may have done something like this before. I'm going to let you go because I just took yours and I'm like going with it. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, it's like you see an email, it's like, a long explanation of something, congratulate or something. Next thing you know, boom, congratulations, boom. That's a good idea. Boom, boom, boom. It's like, what the hell? You know? Just email the person directly. Don't reply to the whole fucking company.
That's what I was going to say.
Boom, 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 boom. So
there's like sports pools where the guy will email everybody and there's 600 people.
Yeah.
It's like, thanks for playing, guys. It was good. Had a good time. And everyone's like, thank you. Had fun.
It.
Thanks. You're the man. All right.
Look forward to next year.
Yeah.
Stay cool.
And then other people reply all. They're like, stop replying all.
Yeah. to the
reply. So it's like, you're doing the same thing.
Oh. Yes, that's frustrating.
But phone ones too. And I think a lot of people have just... So tell me this, and then we'll end the show. You get the group texts, which is similar. It doesn't have 600 people, as far as I know. But you get on the group text, and you don't care. You're busy, and everybody starts replying. You're like, fuck this. I have a problem with like opting out of the alerts.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of like, what if something said that I miss? Like, what if I miss something funny? What if I miss... Tim over there, he's being a dick. What's he going to say next? I want to know, but I'm being interrupted. So how do I put this on hold? And I haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah.
So I battle myself on whether to opt out of group texts.
I've been in shitty moods before where I've been part of group texts and I've said, please take me off this fucking text stream.
Oh, you've told people?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but there's a way to just do it.
Well, I said, please take me off this.
Just to say it.
Yeah.
But you can do it without saying.
I was pissed off, and I got tired of seeing the fucking back and forth with it, and I was just like, take me off of this, please.
I'm going to put a group text for you.
Well, I know we've done it with our friends, too, so.
Well.
Until he finally responds.
Yeah. It is funny. You do a group text, and it's like the one guy that doesn't respond, and then like 3 days later, you get a little one, and you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. So you did see this.
Yeah.
But yeah, group text. That's a good one. I like that one. Group text. Fair enough. Group emails, group texts, and
reply all.
Right-of-ways.
Don't reply all.
And don't reply all.
Especially if you're doing a U-turn when you shouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, if you're hitting reply all while you're U-turning when I'm trying to...
It's a big no.
I wish bad things upon you and your family. I wish that you have a penile fracture over Christmas. Yeah, and that the Icelandic pot stealer comes to your window.
There you go.
That's what I wish. And on that note, how about we roll?
All right. Sounds good.
Love you guys.
Later. I'm kind of curious to know if the stripper that dropped the 9-incher is the mother of this kid that was trying to get in a fight with Matt Rife.
I think she's Icelandic as well.
Yeah. She eats little kids.
It was a little kid. Oh, these are getting worse and worse. All right. See you guys.
Later.
Jesus Christ.